Now, you think that when the rent is this high, then what could be the cost of things? In 1990, Osama bin Laden opened an account in a Swiss bank. Just like that, the bank statement doesn't have the name of the account holder, but the Swiss account of Osama bin Laden. There were no activities in the recent 6 years. But the Swiss bank is famous for its numbered account, and people generally prefer bunkers for their gold and diamond, and with the code, it is transferred from generation to generation after that. The account holder of the Swiss came forward. In the movie of James Bond, the world is not enough if you can't believe a Swiss banker don't know what will happen to the world. There are many such movies in which Swiss employees have been gun-pointed. Then also they didn't tell about the information. The first thing is that why does the Swiss bank be famous all over the world? And why do the most powerful people in the world deposits money in the Swiss account? What is the benefit of this? And can I open a Swiss account from any country of world? What are the documents and why numbered accounts are famous? We will discuss all these things in detail. Before that, let's understand black money. Any money whose source has been hidden from the government is a black money. One source is hidden by doing illegal activities, such as betting, extortion, smuggling. And second, by doing legal activities. Like if a shopkeeper is selling things is not an illegal activity, but if he is not giving bills by selling and assembling the money in the form of cash, then it is a black money. In an ideal economy, the government must have a record of every transaction, and whose record is not found is a black money. Black money can't be used easily in the market for hiding and tuning it into white people, uses different ways. The most famous one is depositing money in the Swiss account. The word Swiss bank is not a single bank, all the banks of Switzerland, known as Swiss bank, but due to some rules of Switzerland's banks, its banks are famous all over the world. In the year 1730, Switzerland government made a law that the bank will not share any details of its customer. After that, the capital Geneva. In France and other European countries, powerful people started depositing money in the Swiss bank. And from here starts a culture of silence and secrecy. It becomes very important for Swiss bank. After this ruled, the flow of money from the outside was proved to be very beneficial for this government. After this, in 1934, the Swiss Govt again passed a law, the Banking Act of 1934, according to Article 47. If any bank shares the details of its customer with any Govt, from all over the world or to any tax agency, then it is a punishable offense, even if the details are of criminal. If anyone violate this, punishment could be up to 5 years all over the world. This is a very strict banking law of that time, and currently due to this, Switzerland become an attractive destination for the rich and powerful people, because they don't have to answer for their immense wealth, not even to their Govt. The first choice of Osama bin Laden was the Swiss bank, I will tell you at last. When the names of Indian celebrities come, the speciality of the Swiss bank was that it is a politically neutral. Like if Pakistan had such type of bank, India would have avoided depositing. No matter how good the bank, Switzerland has no enmity with anyone during the Cold War, when countries were bound to decide between the US and the Soviet Union. At that time, Switzerland was neutral. During the Second World War also, Switzerland select the path of neutrality. After 1951, there is no engagement in Switzerland in the war. This is the biggest advantage for any country. Let me tell you how. At the time of World War, those who thought that Hitler will attack us, all these countries started depositing money in the Swiss account. In the recently uncovered documents, we come to know that in 1944, the Interior Minister of Germany, Heinrich Himmler, sent a special train under which contained thousands and cores of gold, jewelry, and paintings, which has been submitted to the vault of the Swiss bank. It is not always true that the depositor is always rich and powerful. Most of the time, people deposit here rather for privacy. The counties which have an unstable Govt, or whose banks are not credible with this, the currency of Switzerland, Swiss franc, is one of the premium currencies of the world. Due to all these people trust comparatively more Swiss banks, and the Swiss bank is fully aware of this. That is why the countries such as G20 or the OECD group made time pressure on the Swiss government to unloose the rules, but the Swiss government ignored most of the countries. In fact, more strict rules were made that if any bank official gives outside the information, then it is considered to be a punishable offense. Now let's see how to open a Swiss bank account. Any person from all over the world can open an account in a Swiss bank. People like you and me can also open an account in the Swiss bank from home. But the only problem is that you must have a minimum of 1 million Swiss franc. Maximum has no limit. The minimum age must be 18 years valid passport, which has a validity of at least 6 months, which this you also have to submit your resume. That contains details about like your skills and where have you worked, how have you received the fund that you will submit. You have to give that details. You can connect to any time zone and a language in Switzerland. Every facility is available for an international customer. Before it was a simple process, but there was a lot of international pressure on Switzerland, and new money laundering laws were implemented. So it became comparatively more difficult than before to open a Swiss bank account. But even after all this, more money started coming into the Swiss bank after COVID. As I gave the example of World War today, Ukraine. Today, Ukraine-Russia war is going on. The same thing is happening. Due to uncertainty, the people of Ukraine and Russia want to keep their money somewhere safe. It has increased the demand for Swiss bank. The normal accounts in the Swiss bank can be opened by anyone. Even we can open it from India if we fulfill the minimum requirements. But the Swiss bank is famous for its numbered accounts. That AC where powerful and rich people put their money. It's not easy to open a numbered AC. You have to physically visit Switzerland. Your privacy is taken care of in this numbered account. Any powerful government in the world, if the agreement of tax-related information exchange is not with Switzerland, then Swiss bank won't share any of your information no matter what. This numbered AC has a unique code instead of a name. No one knows what's going on in these accounts other than some of the people from the bank. Normally, if you have to send money to someone in India, then you need the person's name, AC no, IFSC code, branch, etc. But for the numbered AC of the Swiss bank, you have to share a number and everything will be done. Only some officials of the bank have the details. The rest of its details do not go to anyone. In a numbered AC, regulatory compliance, anti-money laundering, obligations are checked. It's not like anyone can deposit money here, it has a proper verification. And once your Swiss bank AC is opened, then the customer's privacy is the number one priority of the Swiss bank. The computer of the Swiss bank for numbered ASCE doesn't even have the customer's name. No employee of the bank can see your identity. If there is a cybercrime, your name won't come up. The bank statement doesn't contain the name of the AC holder. It has only a number that is the basis of the whole account. It is costly to run this numbered AC. Its annual charges are $300. If you live outside of Switzerland, then the bank can charge you non-residential fees. The Swiss bank gives you a facility that, if you want that, the bank statement doesn't reach your country, then it has that facility. As information can reach the government through bank statement. But to not send the bank statement, you have to pay the fee. In other banks, you have to pay extra fee for sending the bank statement. But it is the opposite here. A few years ago, it was possible that you could do international wired transfers only by using numbers, but now it is not possible. If you transfer money to a Swiss number AC from outside of Switzerland, then the Swiss bank has to share your identity with a foreign bank. And when details were leaked in 1 to 2 cases, then this was stopped. When you open a numbered AC in a Swiss bank, you don't even get a checkbook, as the whole purpose of numbered ACE then will be ruined. Trail of the transaction in your AC can be caught. So other than this, Swiss bank provides you with a traveler's check that is issued by them. In that, all the details, amount are already mentioned. You just have to use it as a currency. You might have heard in the news that, when a particular celebrity was investigated, traveler's check from the Swiss bank was found. For this traveler's check, bank take an extra 1% commission. You can rent a safe deposit box in the Swiss bank, numbered AC, in which things can be kept. A safe deposit box is always connected to the bank. AC, big people hide their precious things here. Swiss Bank provides a secret bank vault for special customers that are in underground bunkers that has storage facilities where people can hide gold, diamonds, or any physical items. Many of these underground bunkers are located in the mountains of Switzerland. These bunkers were created by military. They were purchased by the Swiss Bank later. These are not provided to all the customers, only to those who cleared many types of security clearance. These bunkers were isolated from the roads. Connectivity only planes and helicopters can reach there. So the security is high. These lockers' rent is approx. $500,000. Now imagine if the rent is this much, then how valuable items are in them. But there are many rich people around the world. These vaults are easily rented out. After the financial crisis of 2008, people have lower trust in currencies and buy gold and diamonds and keep them in these bunkers and transfer it to their generations with a code. There are some situations where the Swiss bank gives their customers information to foreign governments, but the government should have substantial criminal allegations. Tax fraud is not considered a big crime in Switzerland, so the information is not given in case of a tax fraud. But according to the website of the Swiss Bankers Association, if the cases are money laundering, terrorist financing, blackmailing, then the information can be shared. But only the information will be shared, not the money. This information is only shared to stop the criminal activities. But it was not like this before. Swiss Bank doesn't share information in any situation. The Swiss Bank has another special feature. Customers get interest when they put money in other banks, as in India you get 2.5%, 7% interest. But the interest in the Swiss bank is 0.75%. That means you have to give interest. If you have Rs bought one lakh, then you have to give Rs 750 interest to the bank. But still, people who keep their money here are in profit. The reason is their strong and stable currency. Their 1 Swiss franc cures Rs 88. But in 2010, 1 Swiss franc evers res 44. That means if someone converted their currency to the Swiss franc in 2010 and deposited in the Swiss bank, its value in 2023 will get double. The economy of Switzerland is different from other countries. Inflation in other countries rises, but they have negative inflation, and if it ever happens, it is about 1%. In 2022, when every country was in bad condition, at that time, the inflation in Switzerland was 1.3%. Switzerland's economy is stable, that every person wants to be associated with that economy. It gives safety and also the value will increase. If the AC holder in a Swiss bank dies, if they have a nominee, then the money will be transferred to the nominee. But if there is no nominee, the AC holder dies, then the Swiss bank doesn't even know, as the Swiss bank doesn't contact any AC holder, as it can reveal the secrecy of the account holder. But now the Swiss bank has a rule that if there is no activity in 10 years in a Swiss bank AC, then the Swiss bank can contact the account holder. And if they can't contact the AC holder, then that AC is blocked. It was done with lakhs of accounts at the time of World War, but there was no activity in Osama bin Laden AC for 6 years. At that time, the Swiss bank blocked his account. Osama opened Swiss bank AC in 1990, and he did no activity in that AC till 1997. So the Swiss bank blocked his AC in 1997 because at that time there were no set rules regarding such accounts. And there was a lot of pressure from America that Al-Qaeda's money was in the Swiss bank. As a result, $25.5 million were blocked from Al-Qaeda's Swiss bank account. After a while, the actions of Swiss banks began to cause problems around the world. Thanks for watching.